How you doing? It's March 18th, Friday. It's afternoon. It's late in the afternoon. I usually do these early in the morning, or in the morning anyway. And just kind of get you all caught up. This is my fifth video. And so I start Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Today's Friday. And just kind of staying accountable. So today I was supposed to have a closing on one property, which it fell through. But here's the miraculous part about it. Okay, the owner owes it's like $75,000 in liens. Most of the liens are to the bank. And here's the thing: he didn't want to sell because he's trying to get just $2,000 out of it. Here's the problem: that property isn't worth enough for somebody who's going to rehab the property to buy it, rehab it, and make a profit. Maybe a little bit of profit, but who's going to work for 3 to 6 months on a property and make like $10,000 or $15,000 profit? I'm saying the rehabbers want a minimum of 30%. So the mathematical formula for those of you who are listening to kind of figure out what I'm talking about is, let's use round numbers. So let's say the ARV, which is the after rehab value, the value of the property after it's been completely renovated, okay, to sell to an arm's length person, somebody who comes in and wants to buy the house in the current market. Okay, 100,000, let's say, is the rehab value, is the value after it's been rehabbed. A rehabber or somebody who does that wants a 30% margin, so they don't want to spend more than $70,000 on the purchase of the house as well as the renovation of the house, because they want to make 30%. So if it's 100,000, it's 30. If it's 200, it's 60. If it's 300, it's 90. On and on. You get the picture. Okay. So what we figure out is when we find a house, let's say we first find out what the ARV, or the after rehab value of the house is, the after renovation value. So let's use 100,000. Okay. We subtract. We multiply that times 0.7 or subtract 30%, so that's 70,000. Minus the cost of renovation. So this house, the ARV, or the after rehab value, is right around 330 to 350, but let's use 300,000 just to keep it simple. So the 70% would put at 210,000. Okay, and he owes $75,000 in liens. Okay, let's forget the liens part. So 210 minus the cost of the rehab. This house is so messed up, it'll cost $110,000 to rehab it. So that takes us from 210 down to 100,000, right? Minus, and he owes $75,000, of which 100 and in liens, plus he has a bank note of 135. So we're talking about $190,000 just to the bank. Well, and when you add up the rest, it's $210,000, which is what he literally owes. Now remember, 210,000 is where they want to be after they fix it up. He owes 210 with all his liens. That's the issue. And so the people I was selling my contract to, they could do what's called a short sale. In a short sale, the bank will take just what's owed. He didn't want to do it because I'm not going to get any money. I said, you're not going to get it anyway. If the bank takes the property, you're not getting anything. And those other people are still going to run after you. So we had a long conversation. I was willing to do a short sale, which means I still will get paid. Hallelujah! It's still my first deal. We're going through this, and it's like God is teaching me some things, some major things, between patience, faith, and actually talking. Him and I actually had a good conversation. And with that, what I want to say to you is, whatever your profession is, whatever you're really good at, like I'm coming from the world of truck driving, okay? I know a lot about truck driving, okay? I've been a mover, so I know how to move. I know how to do the inventory, how to look for what's wrong with the furniture, how to wrap the furniture, pack it, unpack it, get it to its destination, hire people, pay them, all that kind of. I understand that. I was in the flatbed business. I know how to tarp. I know how to chain down, strap down. How you have to use your flags if you're over width or over length. Use your signs. I've done tankers. So I've got a hazmat. So I've pulled acid. I've pulled flammable, I've pulled explosive, all kinds of things. So that's the area of, I don't like to say expertise, but that's where my expertise lies there. I was a realtor years ago, and I'm coming back into the investment business. So here I am in the real estate business, and sometimes you think people understand what you're saying when we're talking to them, and they have no idea. And he had no idea that when he wasn't making payments, the bank was still charging him the payment every month and adding it to what he owed. He had no idea that's what was happening. I said, dude, you owe more now than when we first started this. Your only way out. And he's willing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pay him $1,000 out of what they're paying me. I'll take that. I'll do that every single time if that's the only way to close the deal, because I'd rather have a part of something than all of nothing. Let's not be greedy. Let's work with the people we need to work with and help them not just understand, but let's do what's in the best interest for them, because he gets to start fresh. When this house sells, he'll have zero loans, zero liens. He can start fresh. You know what I'm saying? When that happens, yes, his credit report is a mess. But here's the thing: he can get a secured credit card and start now. And within 3 years, he can have an amazing life, an amazing credit. He can have some amazing things happening for him. So as I'm doing this, yes, I want to make a lot of money. Yeah. But the thing is, what I really am is a problem solver. What we're doing in our line of work is we're finding people who have problems that need to be solved, and that's why we're able to do what we do. And yes, the people who do it well make a lot of money. I'm just starting out, and I'm falling in love with what I'm doing. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, and I feel, I knew I had to quit. It's insane. I keep thinking about it. It's insanity that I quit my job when I did with no net, but God's carrying me through, and I'm making it through. Yes, there's some bills that are not getting paid. My credit is suffering. I don't care. The reason I don't care because I see what's on the other side. I have to do this. I have to be willing to do whatever it takes to get to the other side. And I'm starting to understand more of what I've been in other businesses before, and I was not willing to go through the gauntlet, and take the hits, to skin my knees, bloody my nose, to get things in. Now I'm in that, and this is what I'm really passionate. I love real estate. When I was a realtor, I loved it, and my wife didn't get it, and she wanted me out of it, even though she knew that's what I needed to do. Here we are, 30 years later. We're divorced. She's doing what she's doing, and I'm back in real estate. She's still broke, and I'm still broke. The difference is I'm not going to be broke for that much longer. And I'm not broke, because broke is a mindset. I'm actually having to make different decisions financially, and I'm excited about what's happening. Like I said, this deal is actually going to happen, and I've made a decision for how I'm marketing next week. But the guy I helped here's the other thing. So I helped this guy yesterday. He has this house that I was thinking of trying to buy, and it's too far, and it's a mess. But what I'm doing is he's giving me permission to market the house for him and to attempt to get to sell it the way I was going to sell it had I bought it from him. And it's going to be their deal. But he said, you do this and you make it believe we'll have to partner. I said, that's the method to my madness. That's why I'm doing this. I'd rather do this for you now. And he would give me a consultation fee, which is not going to be what I would make if I bought it. But I'm cool with that, because his partnership has a guy that has enough money to finance everything. Where when we do deals, especially the type of deals that I'm loving, they can bring me deals. And if all I got was a 25% of each deal, I'm doing better than I'm doing now. I'm gaining experience, and I'm making a reputation for myself, something I can advertise myself with to all the other investors when we go to these investor forums. And part of my goal is, if I can get 4 of these investors who can bring me a deal a month that they're losing, that I can save it for them. Again,
to the individual that's being for
save it for them. Again, servicing other people, giving other people service first. Solving someone else's, in this case, I'll be solving the investors' problems, because in this town, people don't believe in this way, what we call a wrap. Most people think of a subject to, which it is a type of that, except we're wrapping one mortgage around another mortgage. giving the protector additional security against his property, so that he doesn't have as much to worry about. Okay, so I'm excited about all this. I prove it to this guy, and I've advertised. I already got some calls, and I know that out of 100 calls, only 2 or 3 people are actually going to have the money to do it. I already know that. So I know I got my first call. I got 99 more to go. 99 bottles of beer on the wall, or 99 bottles of Pepsi on the wall, 99 bottles, whatever you want to call it. So I got 99 more to go, and so I'm excited. So this is where we are, and I'm just staying accountable. I have to make sure. I almost forgot to get this done today because I got up late and I went to the food bank, helped to give people the food, because every Friday I go in there and I work and I help. It's something I do for free, but it's something for the community. It's something that pays me back benefits in how I feel about me. So if you're not giving back somewhere, you're losing out on one source of great wealth, which is the wealthiest place should be our mind, our heart, our soul. And if those three are in alignment, the finances will take care of itself. Even if we never get rich, we'll be fine, because we'll still be happy. And it won't take the money to make us happy, but it will take the happy to make the money. Think about that. All right, love y'all. Thank you. Bye.